Good morning, everybody. This is PillarTrading.com, and we are doing a market update for Monday, April 26th. Looking at the news, it's due out today. Nothing that is going to affect the U.S. markets. We've got no U.S. news before or after the bell, so it's going to be strictly price action moving the markets today. Let's take a look at the ES and what has been happening the past few days. You'll recall that we broke out of our long situation on the daily. What has happened is we have hit an ambush long from an anchor point down here at these 1146.50s to swing highs up here at 1211.50s, and that has given us a 50% down here at the 1179s with a push and target up here at 1226.75, which is breaking highs of the year. Currently at highs of the year in the after hour session that we're in right now. If we take a look at a 15-minute chart, we can see what happened last week. A whole lot of chop on the ES 15-minute chart, breaking both ways. You can see that the week was basically broken move after broken move in each direction. That's the definition of chop. We had a double top up here at these 1210.50s. We had a double top, and that broke out in Friday's session. And what has happened regarding that breakout is we had a series of measured moves in the direction of the overall trend, the daily trend, that gave us an insight as to where this market is going to be moving next. What happened was I had a measured move on the 15-minute chart play out at these 1198 evens that hit its target up here at 1211.25s. We saw a little bit of a pullback, a couple of people selling into that negative 23% target, and then since in the after-hour session here, we have just slowly but steadily been climbing higher. What we have not seen is the next retracement off of that 50% level from the 1197.50s to wherever this market turns around. That's going to be the entry point for the next long, seeing as how we've broken out of this range that we were in last week from 1179.50s to 1210.50s. Big range, but it was a range. We bounced off of each level, and now we've broken to the upside, which again is in the direction of the overall trend. So what I'm anticipating happening today as we go into the week, Monday, it's going to decide the trend today. It's a matter of this 15-minute move holding up. The line in the sand for bullish and bearish is these 1205s. If 1205 evens breaks down, it means we are coming all the way back down to these 1186s. Okay, there's no in between, there's no halfway backs, because halfway backs have been broken out on each side. Yes, it has broken above a double top, but it's not a surefire first target trade, so just be aware that halfway backs are out. The gap fill is at 1213. We can see it up here. If we take a look at a smaller time frame, we can see that even on Friday we had a measured move break down on the micro. But what ended up happening is this was a 15-minute measured move off of these 1197s. That works out. Now the next measured move that I'm anticipating is we have not seen a pullback from these 1201.50s. We have yet to see a pullback. So the micro on the short term, we've got a 50% retracement at these 1209 evens, front run by a tick. 1209.25 is the next 50% long. It's got a target up here at 1220.50s. Okay, the gap fill being at 1213. You can see in the after hour session we had one measured move to the upside workout. Okay, hit its negative 23% target. The next thing you do, draw the next measured move to the upside, and that gives us a 50% now, which is almost traded. It's been front run by a tick. If this level breaks down, that is your cue to get in short wherever this thing turns around, anticipating a full gap fill at 1213 evens. So that is the play on the ES. Wait for the measured move to break down in the after hour session. Anticipate this thing pulling back to its next 15-minute measured move, either on the micros, or if we go back to the 15-minute chart, the next 15-minute measured move is down here at 1207.25s. So those are the plays. That is below the pivot. The first one is not, so just be aware of that is out there. Watch for the pivot play. Now, If we head over to CL, you'll recall that on the daily chart, we were anticipating this level from swing lows to swing highs holding. That was off of that original anchor, gave us this 50% here from 78.83s up to the highs at 87.09s. That has broken down that move. Okay, that move has broken down. And what that usually means is that we will pull back to the larger daily trend. The larger daily trend on oil right now is all the way back down here at 78.32. So this can be bullish until these 78.32s, 76.23s break down. What we have seen though is this anchor point here from February 15th. This anchor point has proven itself 2 times now. So what they've done is they've taken that anchor point and they've drawn from there. That gives us a retracement at 80.45s. Okay, 80.45s with a target up here at 90.34s. The thing that you have to be aware of, and why you have to proceed with caution, looking out for these 80.45s, is on the 15-minute chart. After that measured move broke down here, the measured move, this was the 61.8% line, these 82.06s, that broke down. Now what should have occurred, the next thing would have been a halfway back from highs, which is up here at 87.09s, highs to 87.09s. This halfway back to lows should have held, but it's broken out, okay? And now we've had measured moves on each side break out. Now, what that means after this measured move is broken out is you have to follow the 15-minute trend. And what the 15-minute trend says right now is we've had one move work to the upside, hit perfectly at 82.90, and hit its negative 23% target. The next 15-minute measured move, and all of this is chop, the next tradable measured move on oil is going to be drawn from those 82.90s up to these 85.65s. That gives you a halfway back at 84.30 with a target up at 86.28. Again, this is going against what the daily chart is telling us. We are trading against the daily trend in this situation, but with chop on each side, you have to go with what the 15-minute trend has been telling you, and this is the best we've got to work with right now. So just be aware that the CL trend for the moment is down, but the 15-minute trend is up. So trade that current trend, see what happens. Now, should this work out, should it hit its negative 23% target, if it turns around, you just keep trailing that 15-minute trend, okay, until it turns around. Once it turns around, you can anticipate it coming back to the next daily level. Wherever this goes up to, you can just keep drawing from that anchor, and that's the next daily long point on CL. So, guys, those are the plays for today. ES gap will fill at those 12.13s. No news, so free to do as you want for the gap fill trades, guys. Hopefully everyone had a good trading week last week, and I will see you all on the trading floor.